joined the group, there was a bunch of DX in there, and I was switching antennas. The vertical seems to be one S point better, so it does work. Than my sloper over the hill, but the sloper over the hill is amazing, John, and I'm not sure what to think of it. But I hear GEB as well, so we can give him a report too. So you're at least 5 and 9. And while I was on 80, somebody WhatsApped me EI6GEB, which he was lurking, so he heard me. You probably know, John. So about you, Little John. ON80I, WA3O.
Yeah, Roger on that, Mike. Yeah, no, I know the station you're talking about. Yeah, on 3790, I heard nothing. So yeah, but we're about 1 hour or even more now into daylight. So I'll put it back to you, Mike. By the way, yeah, 5 and 9, and great to hear you. And sometimes you wonder, when you have signals like that coming in from the States, should I bother with that other project? So I'm kind of humming and hawing. So back she goes to you, Mike, and you might give Jimmy a call, and it's EI6GEB mobile. Over.
Yeah, okay. Very good. EI6GEB mobile, WA3O. Hopefully you're talking to me, Jimmy. Good to hear you. You were 5 and 6, 5 and 7. 5 and 6, 5 and 7. Over.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, I'm Mike, Whiskey Alpha 3 Oscar from EI6 Golf Echo Bravo Mobile. Well, Mike, you're 5 and 9, touching 5-9 plus. You're just peaking over the 9 as well. So, unbelievable. I thought conditions were poor, but there you are. The States and Belgium coming in like gangbusters, Mike. And Mike, is it good morning? Are you getting up, or have you gone to bed yet? So it's always hard to know at this time of the day when you hear the guys in the States. But so have you just gone to bed, or have you got up? Over.
I had to get up and do the nature call, and I just put up something for 80, and I wanted to do a quick test. So I ran in and listened on 80, and then texted John and had him come here. So that's how that works. Jimmy, please remind me what antenna you have on that car, because it works extremely well. And I've been messing with my mobile setup, but I don't particularly think it works that well, but yours works a treat. It really does well. And this is like old times, like I used to get up and talk to you guys. It's 2:38 a.m., Jimmy. Back to EI6GEB, WA3O.
Yeah, you're Alpha 3O, yeah. EI6GEB mobile. Mike, it's just the Tar Heel 100, the screwdriver antenna, and I'm only running the power from the radio. I did get the amplifier, and I did get the control head for the ALS 500. But I still haven't set it up. I'll end up doing it over Christmas or something when I have a little bit more time. I just don't have the time. It's dark in the evening when you get home, and I want to rewire and redo everything. And if the weekend isn't good and if I'm busy, I won't get the chance. But it's just a Tar Heel 100 screwdriver, 100 watts from an old 706 Mark IIG. Over.
Yeah, it does excellent. Everybody with those Tar Heels do excellent. And I thought about buying it. I'm just not so sure how I'm going to be able to mount it on my truck. I guess I can mount it on the tow hitch or something dumb like that. But I think you got to get that whole bottom section, higher than the bed. But very good. Well, Jimmy, be aware. You probably already know this, that man, doing high power in these newer vehicles is very tough without, having it send a check engine light. My truck, I have a STC power cube, and I can run maybe 250, maybe 300 watts, but after that, and especially on 20, on 40 it's not so bad, but on 20 it gives me check engine lights, the anti-lock brakes don't work, and all the rest of that stuff. So Be cautious when you do that. It may have bad results. 100 watts is no problem. 100 watts is no problem. But man, you get over that 100 watt mark and look out. Hey, we have another station that joined us. Let me see if John wants to get in. I heard him fine, so I don't know if you guys will hear him, but let's give John a try. VY2 Whiskey WA3O. Go ahead, John.
Okay, I cannot hear the India station very well, but I hear you 5 million plus almost 10 dB. I'm only 80 meter vertical. I got the tuner, and I'm not running a lot of power. I'm running it as a halfway vertical mic, so I don't know if you're hearing anybody else is hearing me. I'll just pass it back to you. I just wasn't curious to see if it would work. I'm going to try to get the 40 meter back up today. WA3O, VY2WW.
Okay, very good. Anybody, Little John, was you hearing Big John? Over.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I won't say no problem, but I'm hearing you, Big John, and VY2WW ON80I 5 and 7 57 in Belgium. John, over.
Hey, you're 5'8" here, John. You're 5'8", over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I'm just using the little inverted V dipole at 16 meters and about 450 watts. John, over.
Yeah, excellent. Well, I'm surprised that you can hear me. You're not real strong here. Mike, how strong is a Little John to you?
He's about 5'8", 5'9", so about exactly what you are. He might even give you a run for the money, over.
I expect so. Well, we'll be working on the antenna. Let me just try EI6GEB. It's very light here. I'll ask for 5 and 6. Any copy, over?
Catch DEB, EI6GEB mobile.
Oh, EI6GEB mobile. He's probably not going to hear me. EI6GEB mobile. Any copy on VY2WW?
Yeah, VY2WW. You have a good copy. You're 5 and 7. 5 and 7, 5 and 8. Not as strong as usual, but you're 5 and 7, 5 and 8, over.
Yeah, okay, you're also 5'7" here. Also 5'7" into Prince Edward Island. Nice to hear the mobile. Okay, Mike, back to you. VY2WW.
Yeah, very good, Jimmy. So I got a picture from John, and it's on like the bumper of your vehicle. Is that where it still is on the back of your car? Over.
Yeah, QSL, Mike. Yeah, Mike. It's screwed into the toe point of the car, so I have a good grounding. Grounding is the secret, Mike. So that's the toe point of the car. So I screwed into the toe point, locked it in, and then I mounted the antenna on that there. It works well on the car. I would like to have it in the middle on the roof, of course, but it doesn't work out too bad, over.
Yeah, very good. Well, yeah, my problem isn't the antenna. My problem is mounting. And that's a huge antenna. And yeah, I looked at those. Yeah, it's very expensive for the antenna, but just the bracketry. I got to figure out the bracketry to bring it off. I have a truck. I have a Ranger, a 2020 Ranger, and it's right by the tail light. So maybe I'll give it a better thought. But those antennas work really, really well. All I have is a Hustler. You know, one of the old Hustler resonators. And the other day I was tuning it, and I was on the RTTY setting, running 100 watts, and I was looking at SWR, and I climbed up on the tailgate, and I put my hand on the coil, and the coil was warm. The coil was warm with 100 watts, so I could imagine. And all I have is the 400 watt resonators. So I have several of them up there, and it's a real balancing act to get them all trimmed. I've got 10, 17, 40, and 20. And so I don't have to jump out and screw a resonator in the switch band. So it doesn't work so well. I'm just wondering about the bracket. Did you buy the bracket from them as well, Jimmy? Over.
No, negative, Mike. No, I made the bracket because when I want to open the boot of the car, I just and the antenna will swivel over to the right-hand side at 45 degrees, so the boot will open there. It's an easy setup there, but I made the bracket myself because I do all stainless steel work, so it was easy enough. Over.
Yeah, well, you did a beautiful job, and it works well. So, okay, thanks for that information. I don't want to bore everybody else, but we'll have words later. Maybe I'll just bite the bullet and get the antenna. And maybe I have some questions and about tuning and all that, but we can talk later. But very good, Jimmy. You do very, very well with that, as does, most of the people that have the Tar Heels. They just work. So very good, very good. Back to you, Little John, 08 EI WA3O.
Yeah, Roger, and you're holding up a very nice mic. I'm just going to put it back to you, Jimmy. Jimmy, tell him about the amplifier, over.
Well, I did. I just mentioned the amplifier. So I'm really waiting, John, to get it. But I might just in there, be prepared to fail as well, because with modern cars, they just don't work with modern cars there. They set off all the warning lights. So, I am prepared to fail, John, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, Roger. Okay, very good. Well, I'll put it back to you, John, in Prince Edward Island, and see how you're hearing everyone. VY2WW, ON80I, and the group, Big John, over.
Yeah, I'm going to get back to bed there, John. I've been up an hour or so, a little bit more, and it's time for me to rack out. Good to hear you guys, and all the best to you and to EI6GEB, and back to WA3O for any final for me. Maybe Mike, we'll catch you later on in the day there. VY2WW.
Yeah, very good, John. Well, you're doing well. You're 5-9. I'm not sure how much better you would be with a proper antenna, but it's doing very well. So, all right, John, take care. Good night, and I probably should head back to bed myself. Although being retired, it doesn't much matter. I could take a little snooze during the day. So, very good, very good. Back to you, Little John. And how much longer before you go to work? Do you have to run off as well?
Oh, negative, no. And we've got no work today, tomorrow, or Sunday. And Tuesday is a day off, but I will work it. So that's my schedule for the moment. And our big purchase today, Mike, is a toilet, over.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to install it as well? That's a lot of fun, especially the smell from the old one, over.
Oh no, we'll install it. The lady of the house and myself will install it. But what I hate about the modern toilets, and then you can go back to Jimmy, the modern toilets is that really rubbishy, the way it's all in plastic inside, over.
Yeah, well, we switched to these smaller flush toilets, like instead of lots of gallons, less than a gallon. And some of them can be challenging, to get everything to flow correctly. So we bought a really, really good one for the other house. It was called a Toto, T-O-T-O. And boy, that really worked well, and it was not cheap. But the plastic stuff isn't bad, John. It lasts a little bit longer than the old brass ball and all that. So good luck with all that. Like I said, I don't relish the thought of doing that. I've done it many times, but not one of my favorite things to do. Jimmy, how close are you to work? I guess are you moving or are you parked at EI6GEB WA3O?
Yeah, the Whiskey Alpha 3 Oscar. No, Mike, I've still got about 40 minutes left on the trip. It's a 54-mile trip, Mike, and I'm driving. I'm just coming through a little town here at the moment, so hopefully you can hear me. It normally kills the signal. I'm just stuck on the main street of a little town, so hopefully you can hear me. But I've about 40 minutes left, Mike, over.
Oh, God, Jimmy, you're a trooper, man. I'll tell you what, that's crazy. I was... up until I retired, I was working at a place, and it was 28 miles away, 28 miles, and a half an hour trip, and I didn't like that. It was all highway too. It was very much all highway, and I didn't like to do that, especially during the evening. You know, the car lights are very, very bright, and you know, they blind me. They blind me. Jimmy, let me ask you real quick. What do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking? Over.
Okay, I'm a stainless steel fabricator. I specialize in catering equipment there. You know, I build stainless steel kitchens, you know, commercial kitchens, you know, for restaurants and whatever, like, you know, fast food chains, etc. there. But that's what I mainly do, Mike. Over.
Oh, great. Yeah, now I understand why the bracket looks so professional. I'm sure a lot of that skill came from that. Well, very good. Good to see that a good working man that works with his hands and knows how to fabricate things. For many, many years, I was an electronics technician and worked on, you know, circuits and building test fixtures and things like that. So very, very good, Jimmy. Well, excellent. Well, be careful on your way in, and you do excellent with that radio setup. I always seem to hear you no matter where. So very good. Over to you, John, Little John. 0 and 8 EI in the group WA3O. I'm on the 7300. If you don't know that already, John.
Yeah, Roger, on that, Mike. Yeah, no, I didn't know which radio you were on, but if you want, Jimmy can also make a great mass, and I think I have one or two photos of a terrific mast that he built a few years ago. But he does do mass made to measure, but you have to have a very big checkbook. Over.
Yeah, no doubt. Stainless steel is hard to work with, man. It's tough to drill. It's tough to bend. So, yeah, very good. Good on you, Jimmy. And I do, you know, I'm not a machinist by any stretch of the imagination, but one of the places I worked was an electrical switch manufacturer where we made big electrical switches. I'm talking, you know, in substations, and we had all the CNCs and stainless steel and aluminum and copper. That's where I got the copper for my amplifiers and things like that. So I can appreciate what you do, that's really an art, working with your hands like that. Yeah, back to you, EI6GEB WA3O.
Yeah, with the Aperture Oscar. EI6GEB mobile. Yeah, Mike, I love it, honestly. I'm coming up 63 now, so I'm sticking out for another couple of years anyway, but I actually feel like getting up and going to work. Very, very seldom I turn around to myself and say, I don't want to go to work. I really like work, and once there's a bit of work there, I'll go in and do it. But, you know, I just specialize now in what I can do myself. So, you know, you're talking about canopies, you know, cables, stainless steel cables, stainless steel presses with either, you know, sliding doors or, you know, hinge doors or whatever. You know, I kind of stick to what I can do and what I can manage. You know, I do okay, Mike. Over.
Yeah, very good. Well, you're about the same age as me and John. We're all about the same age. I'm 61. I'll be 62 in March, and I just had to hang it up. I just had too many bad experiences with dealing with engineers and all that sort of stuff. So I got out early, John, to play radio. So very good luck with all that you do, and stick it out as long as you can, and then get out and play radio. Definitely don't be one of these guys that work themselves to death. Definitely get out and enjoy yourself a little bit. So very good. I think I'm going to pack it in and get out of here, and I probably won't go back to sleep. I don't know. I have a few things that I may mess around with here, but good to hear both of you and 73. So over to you, Little John. 0 and 8 EI WA3O. We'll catch you later as well. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger, on that, Mike, WA3O, ON80I, and the group. Yeah, you're holding up nicely. A little bit of fade on that one. And, of course, the icing on the cake would be if if Dr. Peter dropped in and said hello to us. Over.
Well, that's possible. He does get up at a bunch of hours in the night. Like 1, 2 o'clock. It's probably 1 o'clock there. It's almost 3 o'clock, so it's maybe almost 2 o'clock there. But that's been known to happen. He does get up and move around, but he sort of stays, on the lower part of the band. I've never heard him up this high. And, he's always on 138, but sounds like Brian is going away again. And it's funny because I guess he's putting his antenna, Pete's putting his antenna back up, and Brian's going to miss all that hoopla again. So, and Brian, like you said, keeps it all together. So it's going to be spotty at best, John. So the soap opera will continue, but it'll be spotty. High. So back to you, 018 EI WA3O.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, it's always great fun listening to us. Not listening to us, listening to them and the various characters. I will tell Jimmy about that place to listen, and maybe he can listen also while he's doing his work. But I find it very easy on the air. And the other thing I find is for the second night in a row, our time, midday or whatever on your side, KI1N, he's also easy to listen to. Over.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard him. Will have to tell me that frequency. And sorry, I didn't get back to you and let you know anything during the day. I don't know of anything during the day. I kind of listen in the morning and then listen at 3 o'clock on 135 to the cash in those guys. And, sometimes on 185, 185 during the mid-morning. But usually afternoon, I'm running around not doing much. I'll listen on 40 maybe and catch a ZG show, catch ZG and his lows. But that's about it. Not too much else going from, say, 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the afternoon till my 3 o'clock. So several hours of kind of radio silence. So very good. Well, take care, guys. Have a safe day at work, Jimmy, and good to catch you again. And John, we'll catch you later on. Take care. Have a great evening. And you're one of the biggest signals, so you're still holding up well. I don't know that I would spend the money for the extra maybe S unit is what you're going to gain from doing that. So think hard before you leap. It may not be worth it right now. However, in several years, whenever we lose 20 meters, 40 meters is going to be the place to go. So that's something to think about as well. Back to you, Jimmy, and then turn it over to John. EI6GEB, WA3O. Have a safe day.
Yeah, Whiskey Alpha 3 Oscar. Mike, you have a good evening or a good morning over there, and try to get a few hours sleep. Great to hear you. You never dropped whatsoever. Really good conditions there. You're putting out a cracking signal, Mike. 73's Mike. Yeah, and I agree with you on John's little future project. Don't rush into it there, but it will be good when the bands aren't as good on the higher bands there. So it's kind of a balancing act when you want to get it and when you want to put it up there, but it will come into its own eventually. Take care, Mike. 73s, and back to you, John.
Yeah, thank you, Jimmy, and thank you, Mike. Well, Mike, we keep in touch, and I appreciate your words of wisdom. Anyway, I'll discuss it with you on the phone, and we can take it from there. So sleep well. Greetings to the lady of the house and the four-legged friends. And well, you're lucky with your wife the way you can get up and just get on the radio. Some of them, not my one, but some of them it wouldn't suit them. Anyway, greetings around the house and WA3O, ON80I and the group. Bye bye, Mike. Over.
Yeah, before you run, John, I'm just curious. How did you know Jimmy was on frequency? Because you told me you had a text to meet you here, or do you guys always meet here? Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, we always meet here if we can meet here, but we're always around plus or minus this frequency. Now, like anything, and you know my work situation, it's every other week for me. But in general, Jimmy is always on this, and we keep him company while he motors away. And by the way, Mike, and you can go back to Jimmy on this one. He's not going on a highway or a freeway or a whatever you call it. He's going on country roads, Mike. Over.
Oh my God, that has to be harrowing. It has to be harrowing with animals that can jump out in front of you, and you can't go that terribly fast and all that. Jimmy, you're a saint. You're a saint. I don't know how you do that. When I traveled, it was get out of the neighborhood, get on the highway, travel for 25 miles on the highway, and straight to work. So you have some driving skills there, Jimmy. EI6GEB, WA3O.
Yeah, with the infantry outfit. I'm just sending John a WhatsApp message, a video, and he can send it to you. So you can see what I see while I was driving, and you're on the video. It's no problem. I'm so used to it. It really is hard, Mike, in the winter time with headlights and people don't dim on a narrow road, and you're trying to judge between the ditch and the middle of the road there, and it's a narrow road there. It can be a little bit hairy, over.
Yeah, well, recently, I don't know how it is there, Jimmy, but these headlights, man, I tell you, some of these people put aftermarket headlights in, and they're like having their brights on, but they're not, and they're extremely glare, so much glare that it blinds you. Do you run into these headlight problems like we have here over the?
Oh yeah, all these new LED lights and all that. They can be really, really hard on the eyes. And if your windscreen just gets dirty or wet, at the wrong time there, you're totally blinded for that couple of moments there, Mike. It really is hairy, over.
Yeah, I thought that was only a problem here, and I just got the video, so I'll watch it. But yeah, it's that's what I did, Mike. I would go to work and leave 5 or 6 in the morning, and those headlights just coming the other direction were some of them were absolutely terrible. And I was on a 4-lane highway, and some of them were they just leave their brights on, and some of them weren't even that. Some of them were just aftermarket lights that were extremely bright and adjusted incorrectly, and it would just give you a headache by the time, like you say, if you had anything on the windshield, forget about it. So very good, Jimmy. Well, take care and be safe, and we'll catch you later on. And John, we'll catch you later on too. I'm going to run off here, and my watch needs charged, and see what I can get into. Maybe I'm not sure if I'll make a cup of coffee or get back to bed. I'm on the fence. O-N-A-T-I, WA3O.
Yeah, Roger, on that, Mike. Very good. Okay, well, we look forward to speaking with you maybe tonight. And I'll be listening on 7138. Some of the time out will be with my wife, buying that toilet. But for the rest, I just bring her to the various shops and I wait outside. So greetings around the house. We keep in touch, and always lovely hearing you, Mike. WA3O, O-N-A-T-I in Belgium. Till the next time, Mike. Over.
All right, John. I'm sure we'll text and have words over my Friday morning here. So, all right, guys, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. 73, Jimmy, again, be safe, and get back home in one piece. EI6GEB, 73, WA3O.
Yeah, whiskey has a tree. I'll do my best. No, I finish early on a Friday anyway. I just have to meet a guy and do a few jobs. And I have a nice hand railing job, a stainless steel hand railing job for next week. So he should drop me in messages or measurements that I say as well.
Tiro giappando nuovamente, però ecco qua, è lui che...
Take care, Mike, and back to you, John.
Yeah, Roger, on that, Jimmy, and someone's moved in about 2 kilocycles down. Bye-bye, Mike. But no problem, you're coming through. So what's your location now, Jimmy? EI6GEB mobile, ON80I, and the group. Well, just you and me, over.
Yeah, about 10 minutes away from Carlo town. So get me there, like I said, I'm usually running about 25 minutes behind schedule there, John, over.